Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
So, in the first part, we'll discuss about the next topics, which is related to kinematics, which is nothing but motion in 2 dimensions. Now, up to now, whatever the things we discussed, it is related to motion in 1 dimension or when a particle is moving in a straight line. So there we can use equations of motion and other things. Now we'll discuss a situation if particle is moving in 2 dimensions, then means along x-axis or y-axis, then not exactly in a straight line, then how we'll solve the questions related to that. So we'll discuss it under the heading motion in 2 dimensions. So around the heading motion in 2 dimensions. In motion in 2 dimensions, one of the major questions which are coming from this is related to projectile motion. So in case of projectile motion, in motion under gravity, we discussed that an object is projected in upward direction so that it is moving in a straight line. At the same time, assume that an object is projected from here with a velocity, let's say it is represented by u, and it is making an angle theta with respect to the horizontal. Let's say this initial velocity u is making an angle theta with respect to the horizontal. 1 minute. Now the time is around 10:03. Only 59 students are there. So if you are continuing it like this, at 10 o'clock, we'll stop that with that taking participants. Will block this meeting. So if you're missing the starting part, then we'll not be able to understand anything. What is projectile motion and other things. Devansh Gupta, please respond. Devansh Gupta. Devansh Gupta, please respond.
हेलो
Yeah. क्लास
हाँ
में
सर
कब
एम्प्लॉय
ज्वाइन करते हो
महेंद्र
बेटा?
ब्रांच हेलो
क्या बोलो? Yeah, tell me.
एम्प्लॉय ऑफ महेंद्र ब्रांच
Okay. I just inform the students to join in time. Now I can see only 66 students.
ओके
So they are joining after 5 minutes or something. So in the starting 5 minutes, whatever we are discussing, they will not be able to understand, and there is no meaning of attending the class.
ओके सर डेफिनेटली आई विल इन्फॉर्म
So over here, take it as an object is projected with a velocity, let's say that is equal to u, and making an angle theta with respect to the horizontal. So we know that this object is going through a path something like this, and after some times it will reach the ground. So over here, if you are just considering that along the horizontal direction as nothing but our x-axis, and along the vertical direction as nothing but our y-axis, so we can say that this particle is having a displacement or component of displacement along x-axis as well as y-axis. But whatever the equations that we are using, like s is equal to ut plus half at square, v is equal to u plus at, means all that equations of motion is valid only for a particle which is moving in a straight line, not a particle which is moving in 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions. So as we are not having any equations for solving directly 2 dimensions, we have to split or divide this 2 dimensions into two one-dimensional motions. Okay, so we are going to divide this 2-dimensional motion into two one-dimensional motions. Then we'll separately we can apply our equations. Okay, so once again, if we are having a particle over here, and this particle is projected with a velocity, let's say it is represented by u, and this initial velocity is making some angle theta with respect to the horizontal. So if it is projected with the velocity u, we know that it will move through a path something like this, and after some times it will reach the ground. And in question, they may ask to find out what about the value of time taken to reach the maximum height. What about the value of this distance travel by the particle when it is before reaching the ground, and what about the value of velocity at different instant, like that. So first step, we need to resolve. We need to split this velocity or everything into two components. One is along the horizontal direction, that is x-axis, and another one is along the vertical direction, that will take it as nothing but y-axis. So we can resolve this u into its components. So what is the component of u along the horizontal direction? What is component of u?
U cos
Yeah,
theta.
u cos theta. So this component ho gaya u cos theta. Like that, what is component of u along this direction?
U sin theta.
Sin theta.
U sin theta. Okay. Now we can observe what about the value of its acceleration. It is now here also it is moving under the effect of gravity. So acceleration is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, which is always going to act in downward direction only. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll divide this one into two parts. One thing we'll write only with respect to horizontal, and the other part we'll write only the terms or things which are related to vertical. So we are dividing this into two one-dimensional motion. We'll assume that one particle is moving towards right with a velocity u cos theta, means actual velocity was u cos theta. We are dividing this u into two components. One is along the horizontal direction, u cos theta. Another one is along the vertical direction, that is u sin theta. Now we can write, what about the initial velocity along the horizontal direction? What is initial velocity along horizontal direction?
U cos theta.
U cos theta. So we can write it is equal to U cos theta. What is initial velocity along vertical direction? What is initial velocity?
U sin theta.
U sin theta. Okay. Now, what about acceleration along the horizontal direction? What about acceleration along horizontal direction?
0.
0. Okay? Because acceleration was nothing but acceleration due to gravity. And acceleration due to gravity is always acting in downward direction. So we can find out the component of this g along this direction. As this angle is equal to 90, this will be equal to g cos 90 is 0, or g acceleration due to gravity is acting along vertical direction. So it is not having any component along horizontal direction. So we can write acceleration along horizontal direction is equal to 0. Okay, samajh mein aaya?
Yes.
Anyone is having doubt why this acceleration along horizontal is 0? Okay. Now, what about acceleration along vertical direction?
Minus G.
Minus g. Yes, very good. So this is acting in downward direction. So we can write acceleration is nothing but minus g, or this initial velocity vertical direction upward the तो we can take it as positive, and this towards right we are taking it as positive. So acceleration along horizontal direction is 0. So we can say that if acceleration is 0, what about velocity? Agar
Uniform
acceleration
velocity.
0,
Constant.
yeah, constant. So we can say that velocity is uniform, yeah, constant. So over here you can say that this particle is going to move along the horizontal direction with a constant velocity equal to u cos theta, because horizontal direction mein acceleration nahi hai. So we can say that at any instant, initially velocity towards right was u cos theta, और कोई भी instant में उसका velocity along horizontal direction change नहीं होगा. Here also it will have a horizontal velocity of u cos theta, and at maximum height also its velocity will be equal to u cos theta. I'm talking about the horizontal, and here also we can write its velocity will be u cos theta, and when it is hitting the ground then also it will have a horizontal component of velocity u cos theta. So the component of velocity along horizontal direction is not going to change. Now, along horizontal direction, as velocity is a constant, so here we can use only one equation. Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. If v is a constant, we'll use displacement by time. Okay. Now we'll talk about vertical component. So in vertical direction, it is moving with an acceleration which is minus g, or acceleration in downward direction. So what happened to its vertical component of velocity with respect to time? Retardation, or vertical component of velocity is going to decrease. तो क्या होगा? पहले u cos u sin theta था, so we are going to get the resultant velocity as u. Now आगे जाके इसका velocity का value क्या होगा? कम हो जाएगा. So this is basically representing the resultant velocity over here. Means u cos theta plus this component of vertical velocity add करेगा तो we'll get the instantaneous velocity at that point. And what about the vertical velocity at maximum height? What about vertical velocity at maximum height?
0.
0.
Zero.
Huh? So it's just like a normal projectile, normal motion under gravity in vertical upward direction, and vertical component of velocity at this point is going to be equal to 0. Then what will happen? That velocity is going to move in. Velocity is the velocity in vertical direction is going to be in downward direction. So we can represent that. Then downward direction में velocity का value बढ़ेगा. So let's say this velocity vertical direction is v. So if you are going for the vector sum of these two, we'll get the resultant velocity vector over here. And when it is hitting the ground, what will be its velocity?
0.
No. When it is hitting the ground, minus u sin theta, है ना? Because हम लोग u sin theta से upward direction में project किया है. So when it is coming back, है ना, इसको आप just normal vertical motion जैसा ही consider करो. तो हमने 10 meter per second से project किया है, तो जब hit करेगा तो vertical velocity 10 meter per second ही होगा. So we projected with the velocity u sin theta, so it is going to hit the ground with a velocity, vertical velocity u sin theta. Okay. Now over here, the particle is moving with a constant acceleration.
Minus u sin theta.
Yeah, minus u sin theta. Yeah. So over here in vertical direction, we can use the equations of motions, like any equations of motion. because over here the particle is moving with a constant acceleration. Okay. Now, in the next part, we'll discuss how to solve questions related to this. Okay. First, write down this one. So if you're having any doubt related to this, please ask. जब class start किया था, there were only I think 40 students. Now it is 77. So around half of the students are coming late. If you're coming late by 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you will not be able to understand anything. So please try to be on time at 10 o'clock.
Sir, in vertical, we can use any equations of motions.
Any equations of, we can use equations of motion when acceleration is constant. So
Okay, sir.
their equations of their acceleration is constant, and along vertical direction only one acceleration is acceleration due to gravity. But along horizontal direction acceleration hai nahi hai, so we are having only one equation, velocity is displacement by time.
Sir, could you explain again how acceleration is 0 in the horizontal direction?
Yes. Over here, this is moving under the effect of gravity. So acceleration due to gravity is acting in downward direction, G.
Yes.
And RM is to find out what is component of G along the horizontal direction.
Yeah.
So as this angle is equal to 90, component of G along this direction is going to be G cos 90.
G
Cos 90 क्या होता है? 0 होता है.
Oh. Okay.
Or you can say that if something is having a horizontal, अगर कोई भी चीज horizontal direction में है, तो उसका vertical component 0 होता है, या उसका कोई भी चीज अगर vertical में है, तो उसका horizontal component 0 होता है.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That means acceleration due to gravity is not having any effect on horizontal velocity, that will remains constant.
Okay.
Or anyone else having any doubt related to this projectile motion, please ask. लिख दिया? हो गया?
सर एक
Yes,
मिनट
sir.
सर एक मिनट
क्या? एक बार हो गया तो बता दो.
Done, sir.
Okay.
हाँ सर हो गया.
Okay. Now we'll discuss how to solve questions related to this projectile motion. So once again, we'll explain the things. If an object is projected from here with an initial velocity, let's say that is equal to u, and making an angle theta with respect to the horizontal, then we can say that this particle will move through a path something like this, and after some times it is going to reach the ground. Then first step is, as it is in 2 dimensions, we are not having equations to solve directly for 2-dimensional motions. So we are resolving this one into 2 components. One is along the horizontal direction and another one is along the vertical direction. So each and everything like displacement, velocity, acceleration, etc. will resolve in along horizontal and vertical direction. And we are resolving along horizontal and vertical direction because horizontal is not having any component along vertical or any effect on vertical, and vertical is not having any component along horizontal. So horizontal को completely अलग से और vertically completely अलग से हम लोग calculation कर सकते हैं. That's why we are resolving into 2 perpendicular components. So component of u along this direction can be written as u cos theta, and component of u along vertical direction, that we can take it as something but u sin theta. Now if you are going for this u sin theta vector plus u cos theta vector, we'll get the resultant velocity at any instant. Okay. Now, as the then we can write the component of velocities along horizontal directions and along vertical direction. So component of velocity, initial velocity along horizontal direction was u cos theta, and initial velocity along vertical direction was u sin theta. Next was acceleration. Acceleration along horizontal direction is 0, and acceleration along vertical direction is g, and it is acting in downward direction. So we can take it as minus g for calculation purpose. And as the acceleration along horizontal direction is equal to 0, so velocity of particle will be a constant which along horizontal direction, and that will always remains as u cos theta. So we can say that at any instant, if you are finding out the value of horizontal component of velocity, it will be always equal to u cos theta. Even at the maximum height, it will be equal to u cos theta, or if it is just before hitting the ground also, its velocity will be equal to u cos theta. But if you're talking about vertical component, as vertically it is moving with a retardation, velocity along upward direction is keep on decreasing with respect to time, and at maximum height its velocity is going to be 0. Then velocity is going to move in downward direction, and when it is reach the ground, it will reach the initial velocity with which it is projected, which is u sine theta. Now we'll discuss how to solve questions related to this. तो इसमें कुछ क्वेश्चन ऐसा पूछेगा, find out the time taken to reach the maximum height. So on the first part, we are going to calculate time taken to reach maximum height. It is same as like that we discussed under motion in vertical direction or motion under gravity. So time taken to reach maximum height. So basically, we need to find out what about the value of time taken by the particle to move from here to here. This is a maximum height. A maximum height तक आने के लिए कितना time रहेगा calculate करना है. So first we need to check it whether we need to calculate along horizontal direction या vertical direction. मतलब horizontal में calculate करना है कि vertical में calculate करना है. बोलो कौन सा component use कर vertical? Because horizontal में कुछ changes नहीं हो रहा है तो हम लोग कुछ find out नहीं कर सकता है. But vertically हम लोग देखे तो बताया कि at maximum height velocity is going to be 0. So first हम लोग decide करना है horizontal में करना है vertically करना है. तो to avoid any confusion, you can write like हम लोग vertical way कर रहे हैं तो V से representation कर. Now we'll write only the vertical component. We'll not write any horizontal component. So what about initial velocity along vertical direction?
U sin theta.
U sin theta. So initial velocity हो गया U sin theta, and upward direction, so we'll take it as positive. Now what about acceleration along vertical direction? Acceleration
Minus
along
g.
minus g in downward direction. And what about final velocity along vertical direction when it reaches maximum height?
0.
So our aim is to find out the value of time taken to reach the maximum height. So कौन सा equation use करना है?
E is equal to
E is
U.
equal to U.
V is
is
equal
equal
to
to
U plus 80. So V is equal to U plus 80. So we can write final velocity is 0, initial velocity is U sin theta, acceleration is minus g, and time is t. So we can find out the value of this t, which is equal to U sin theta divided by g. Got it? तो इसमें आप पहले हमने जो लिखा है उसके साथ कंपेयर कर सकता है. Initially for motion under gravity, the equation was U by g, because there the velocity was u along vertical direction. Now the velocity becomes u sin theta, so time taken to reach the maximum height is u sin theta divided by g. Okay, around this one. Is it clear or any doubt? Please ask.
Sir, in sums like this, the value of u in u sin theta will be given, no?
They will give the value of u and they will give the value of theta. U sin theta we have to find out. मतलब 30 degree 60 degree ऐसा देगा तो हम लोग find out कर सकता है.
Okay, sir.
So once again, it doesn't mean that like in JEE, again हमने already discussed किया, like आपका 10th class जैसा नहीं है कि हम लोग जैसे ऐसा दिखा रहे कि अगर ऐसा आ गया तो इसका मतलब हम लोग ऐसा सॉल्व कर सकता है. ठीक है, तो it doesn't mean that like जो भी क्वेश्चन पेपर बनाता है, ठीक है, उसका इंटेंशन ये नहीं है कि आपको मार्क्स देना है. समझा? तो अगर आप बोर्ड का पेपर बनाएगा और जो भी मतलब 10th क्लास का बोर्ड का पेपर बना रहा है तो गवर्नमेंट को दिखाना पड़ता है कि ओके हमारा स्टूडेंट्स अच्छा पढ़ रहा है, स्टूडेंट सब पास हो गया है ना. बट आईआईटी का जो पेपर बनाता है वो कौन बनाता है पता है? आईआईटी का पेपर आईआईटीसी बनाता है. आईआईटी जो मेंस का पेपर है वो नाटा बनाता है. ठीक है, नेशनल टेस्टिंग एजेंसी बनाता है. और IIT JEE का जो पेपर है, मतलब एडवांस का पेपर है, वो एक एक IIT को देता है, लाइक IIT बॉम्बे, IIT रुड़की, ऐसा। तो उधर एक टीचर और सेट ऑफ टीचर को क्वेश्चन बनाने के लिए देगा। तो अगर वो क्वेश्चन बनाया, सबको 100 आउट ऑफ 100 आ गया, उसका मतलब है कि वो क्वेश्चन पेपर का उतना अच्छा पेपर इतना अच्छा नहीं है, तो वो IIT को फिर से पेपर बनाने के लिए नहीं देगा। तो दे विल मेक श्योर दैट कि आपको डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन बनाए और आपको आंसर नहीं मिले। तो ऐसा कुछ U और थीटा देके, मतलब डायरेक्टली T का वैल्यू तो नहीं पूछेगा। So they will make some twist on that. So हमको पता होना चाहिए ये सब इक्वेशन हम लोग कैसे डिराइव कर रहे। जस्ट इक्वेशन अगर बाय हार्ट करके गया तो नहीं हो पाएगा, ये सब चीज आपको मालूम होना चाहिए। हो गया, लिख दिया?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now we'll discuss what about the value of time of light. Time of light means अगर हमने ग्राउंड से प्रोजेक्ट किया है, या बोलो।
No, I wanted to write.
सर
बोलो बोलो।
सर टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट तो इसका इनटू 2 ही रहेगा ना?
या इसका into 2, because same as like time taken to reach a maximum height और maximum height से नीचे आने का टाइम सेम रहेगा, तो 2 times of time taken to reach a maximum height is. So you can write the next heading, time of light. Time of light is nothing but the total time, or it is sometimes in question they will ask total time of light. So we can write total time of light is time of ascent plus time of descent, that is 2 times of time taken to reach the maximum height, which can be written as 2u sin theta divided by g. If you want, even we can derive this also. Agar if it is starting from this initial point and again reaching the final point, so we can write its initial velocity will be equal to u sin theta in upward direction, and final velocity will be u sin theta in downward direction. So we can take it as this will be negative when it is reach the ground, and acceleration will be equal to acceleration due to gravity minus t. And we can find out the value of time. So we can use that equation, v is equal to u plus at. So final velocity is minus u sin theta, initial velocity is u sin theta, acceleration is minus g, and time of flight is, let's say, capital letter T. So we can write this gt is equal to 2u sin theta, or you can write t is equal to 2u sin theta divided by g. So कुछ जल्दी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है तो it is better to remember these equations. Time of flight is 2u sin theta by g. Write on this one.
Sir,
Follow.
will they ask these derivations in 12th boards or 11th final exam?
11th final exam, I think this topic is not there in your syllabus. It is in 11th class. तो 11th class में जो भी CBSE या HSE का टॉपिक में ये पूछ सकते, इसका डेरिवेशन पूछ सकता है।
Okay.
और क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने के लिए भी आपको पता होना चाहिए हर एक इक्वेशन कैसे आ गया।
Okay.
Next one, we'll discuss about what about the how to find out the maximum height reached by the particle. So you can write maximum height. So we are going to find out what about the value of maximum height reached by the projectile over here. So again, we know that if it is projected with an initial velocity u and making an angle theta, we can resolve into its components, and at maximum height its vertical velocity is going to be 0. So we can write the things along the vertical direction. So along the vertical direction, its initial velocity was u sin theta. Acceleration is minus g because it is in downward direction, and at maximum height velocity is equal to 0. Our aim is to find out this maximum height, means that is the displacement along vertical direction. So we can write what about the value of displacement? Let's say it is equal to h. So which equation we have to use?
V square is equal to
V
U
square is
square
equal
minus
to
2AS.
Yeah. So we can go for that equation. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. So you can write the value of this v square is 0. U square is nothing but u square sine square theta is equal to 2 into acceleration is minus g and displacement is equal to h. So you can write h is equal to u square sine square theta divided by 2g. So if you are remembering that equation related to maximum height for vertical motion, it was u square by 2g. तो अभी क्या हो गया u का जगह पे u sin theta हो गया. That is the only one change which is happening over here. So it becomes u square sin square theta by 2g. Add on this one.
Sir,
बोलो बेटा.
sir, every year the pattern of IIT JEE changes.
Yeah, advance का pattern हमेशा changes होते रहता है. There are different type of questions like one options रहता है, two options मतलब more than one options रहता है, column matching रहता है, integer रहता है, assertion reason रहता है, ऐसा. तो उसका पैटर्न पहले पता नहीं हो उसको होता है, जब एग्जाम के लिए जाएगा तभी पता चलता है कि पैटर्न क्या है. बट नॉर्मली ये 4 पैटर्न्स रिपीट होता है. बट मार्क्स और उसका जो मतलब नेगेटिव मार्क और पॉजिटिव मार्क्स है वो कितना है वो भी समटाइम्स सम एग्जाम में वो भी चेंज करता है. बट मेंस का पैटर्न तो सेम ही रहेगा. 20 क्वेश्चंस ऑफ लाइक सिंगल ऑप्शंस, 5 क्वेश्चंस ऑफ इंटीजर. एंड इंटीजर क्वेश्चन के लिए नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं है.
ओके सर.
क्या लिख दिया? हो गया?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now in some question they'll ask to find out what about the horizontal range. Horizontal range means if it is projected from a point somewhere over here and after moving through a path it reaches the ground. So horizontal direction में कितना distance travel किया, that is nothing but a range of this projectile. So we are going to find out what about the value of range or horizontal range. So over here also just assume that it is projected with a velocity u and it is making an angle theta with respect to the horizontal. So पहले आप decide करना है horizontal range find out करना है, तो कौन सा axis में calculation करना है, x axis
H.
or y axis? Yeah,
X
so we-
axis.
x axis or h or along horizontal direction. So we can write along the horizontal direction. So as range is along the horizontal direction, we should calculate it along the horizontal direction. So this is our initial point and this is our final point. So we need to observe only the horizontal component because we are going to find out the value of range or horizontal range. Normally it is represented by capital letter R. Okay. So we can write along the horizontal direction. We know the value of its initial velocity, or we know that it is moving with a constant velocity. So we can write V is equal to nothing but U cos theta, which is a constant. And Rm is to find out the value of displacement along horizontal, that is known as nothing but range. And we already calculated the value of time taken by the particle by using vertical component, how to find the time taken by the particle to move from initial to final, which is time of flight, which was nothing but 2u sine theta divided by g. So we know the value of v, s and t, so we can find out the value of displacement. From that equation, velocity is displacement by time. We can write this displacement is equal to velocity into time. So displacement is nothing but along the horizontal is range, and v is nothing but u cos theta, and time is 2u sine theta divided by g. So we can write the value of range will be equal to 2 into u square into sine theta cos theta divided by g. This can be further modified as u square into 2 sine theta cos theta divided by g. This term 2 sine theta cos theta can be
Sin to
written as
theta.
nothing but a
Sin
yeah,
to
sine
Sin to
to
theta.
theta. So it's a trigonometric relation. So by using that, you can write r is equal to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. So normally we'll use this equation to directly find out the value of range. But on this one,
Done, sir.
yeah,
Done, sir.
okay. Now we'll discuss what about the conditions for getting a maximum range. Maximum range means, suppose if you are projecting it at different angle of projection, that means like we are projecting an object from here. So let's say I'm projecting it with a velocity, take it as nothing but u, and it is making an angle, let's say 10 degree. So it is going to move through a path something like this and it will reach the ground. अभी धीरे मैंने इसका जो एंगल है उसको 20 कर दिया with the same velocity u. So इसका जो range है वो और increase करेगा, because range के लिए equation था r is equal to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. So we can say that this range will have its maximum value, means I am not changing the value of u, and g is a constant. Only thing is we are changing the value of this theta. So we can say that range will have its maximum value, r will have its maximum value when the sine 2 theta is having its maximum value. So when the sine 2 theta is maximum. So what is the maximum possible value of sine 2 theta?
When theta
और
is
sin
equal to 45 degree.
Yeah, sin theta का maximum value क्या हो सकता है? +1
One.
हो सकता है.
+1.
ठीक है? Yeah, and minimum value -1 होता है. So sin theta का value सबसे maximum value होगा when sin theta is 90 और when this 2 theta is equal to 90 degree. So sin 90 का value +1 होता है. तो theta can be equal to nothing but 45 degree. तो ऐसा हम लोग ये थीटा का वैल्यू इंक्रीज करके व्हेन इट इज प्रोजेक्टेड विद एन एंगल व्हिच इज इक्वल टू 45 डिग्री, देन दिस प्रोजेक्टाइल विल रीच द मैक्सिमम हाइट. अगर हमने 45 डिग्री से भी और इंक्रीज किया है तो क्या होगा? इट विल मूव थ्रू अ पाथ समथिंग लाइक दिस, एंड इसका जो हॉरिजॉन्टल जो रेंज है वो कम हो जाएगा. अगर आप वर्टिकली प्रोजेक्ट करेगा तो रेंज बिकम्स इक्वल टू 0. ऐसा. So you can write, we'll get a maximum range when theta is equal to 45 degree. So around the heading maximum range, and the heading maximum range.
सर
बोलो बेटा.
सर यहाँ पे जो u है वो कंपोनेंट है ना इधर.
नहीं, u actual velocity है. u cos theta और u sin theta are the component. तो sin 2 थीटा का वैल्यू जब 1 हो गया तो मैक्सिमम रेंज का वैल्यू रहेगा that is u divided by u square divided by g is the
G.
maximum value of range. And we'll get that maximum range when this theta is equal to 180.
45.
Yeah, theta is equal to 45 degree.
Sir, fifth question, na?
Yeah.
Sir, can you
Okay.
explain this maximum range again, please?
Yeah. So maximum range means हम लोग ये फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं हम लोग कौन सा एंगल पे इसको प्रोजेक्ट करना चाहिए so that we'll get the maximum range. Range is maximum without changing the value of velocity. ना कितना velocity से प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा है वो तो हम लोग चेंज नहीं कर रहा है. So range के लिए इक्वेशन था u square sin 2 theta divided by g. So we can write this range will have its maximum value when sin 2 theta is maximum. Sin 2 theta का और sin theta का maximum value क्या होता है 1 होता है when
One.
sin 90 पे होता है. So theta का value क्या रहेगा 45 degree रहेगा. So if you are projecting it with if you are projecting an object with a velocity u making an angle 45 degree with respect to the horizontal, तो ये जो range है मतलब horizontal direction में सबसे maximum distance वो travel करेगा. अगर
Okay.
इसका वैल्यू अगर 45 से कम है तो क्या होगा रेंज का वैल्यू भी कम हो जाएगा. अगर 45 से ज्यादा है तो भी रेंज का वैल्यू कम हो जाएगा. ओके
Okay, sir. We have to find how maximum far it can go. So
It
for
can
that
go,
we have
yes.
to use 45 angle.
या 45 से प्रोजेक्ट करें सबसे मैक्सिमम आएगा तो sin 2 थीटा का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा 1 हो गया. सो द मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल वैल्यू ऑफ रेंज इज नथिंग बट u स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय g. sin 2 थीटा का वैल्यू 1 हो गया तो
G.
सर
Okay, sir. Got
बोलो
it.
बोलो बोलो.
सर
बरोबर.
ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना कि लाइक दो डिफरेंट थीटा पर जो
या
रेंज ट्रैवल्ड है वो
सेम
हाँ
सेम
सेम
वैल्यू
है.
सेम वैल्यू.
हाँ.
यस यस हो सकता है. तो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट दैट पार्ट ओनली. So on the next part we'll discuss like two angles of projection हम लोग को same range मिल सकता है. So if it is projected with a velocity that is equal to nothing but u and making an angle 45 degree, we discussed that we are going to get a maximum range. And 45 degree से आप कम करेगा और 45 degree से ज्यादा करेगा तो भी range का value कम होने वाला है. तो ऐसा हो सकता है for an angle theta which is less than 45 degree and for let's say this angle is represented by theta 1 and for another angle which is more than 45 degree we are getting the same range. So we are going to find out a angle theta 1 और theta 2 में क्या relation है. ठीक है. So we can write रेंज का वैल्यू हमको सेम मिल रहा है. मीन्स अगर रेंज के लिए हमने इक्वेशन यूज कर रहे हैं u स्क्वायर sin 2 theta 1 डिवाइडेड बाय g का वैल्यू और u स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय u स्क्वायर sin 2 theta 2 डिवाइडेड बाय g का वैल्यू हमको सेम मिल रहा है. मतलब sin 2 theta 1 और sin 2 theta 2 का वैल्यू हमको सेम मिल रहा है. सो ये theta 1 और theta 2 में क्या रिलेशन होता है. ओके तो जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट for two values of theta 1 and theta 2 we are getting the same range if theta 1 plus theta 2 should be equal to 90 degree. Or we can say that अगर एक theta 1 है और दूसरा जो angle है that will be equal to 90 minus theta 1. On these two angles we are going to get the same range. Okay because अगर आप एक angle theta consider किया है and second value consider किया है 90 minus theta. So for one we can write this will be equal to sin 2 theta and for second one we can take the sin 2 times of 90 minus theta which can be written as sin of 2 times of 90 that is 2 into 90 which is 180 minus 2 theta. What is sin 180 minus 2 theta? What is sin 180 minus theta?
Sir,
Sin
theta.
theta only.
Sin
Sin 2
theta.
theta only. So sin 2 theta का वैल्यू और sin 180 minus 2 theta का वैल्यू सेम ही है. उसका मतलब क्या
Yes,
है
sir.
कि if we are projecting at an angle theta or 90 minus theta, we are going to get the same range. Got it? So we can represent it like this. आपको कुछ डाउट है तो ऐसा बहुत सिंपली आप ऐसा सोचो, if theta 1 is equal to 30 degree, so theta 2 क्या होना चाहिए?
60.
60 डिग्री. ठीक है?
Yeah.
तो 30 डिग्री से आप प्रोजेक्ट करो, 60 डिग्री से प्रोजेक्ट करो विद द सेम वेलोसिटी, दोनों के लिए रेंज सेम रहेगा. सेम एज लाइक अगर आप 10 डिग्री पे प्रोजेक्ट करो और थीटा 2 क्या होना चाहिए?
80 degree.
80 डिग्री. दोनों में रेंज सेम रहेगा. और थीटा 1 आप 20 लिया है तो थीटा 2 क्या लेना है?
70
डिग्री.
So,
समझा?
so we can say that they are complementary.
दे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल says because बोलो बेटा.
सर अगर थीटा 1 प्लस थीटा 2 90 नहीं है तो
नहीं है तो रेंज अलग रहेगा.
सर
सेम है
फिर
तो
क्या रिलेशन रहेगा?
रिलेशन कुछ नहीं है, रेंज अलग रहेगा.
ओके
मतलब एक 30 पे प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं, 45 पे प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं तो रेंज विल बी डिफरेंट.
ओके
ऐसा. So just remember about
वन अगेन.
बोलो बेटा.
तो ऊपर वाला थोड़ा वापस दिखाओ ना.
ना वो मैं दिखाता हूँ. तो just remember about this part. तो ऊपर हमने A लिखा है for getting the same range. For getting the same range, we are getting the same range for two values of theta. Let's say एक angle of projection है theta 1 और second angle of projection है let's say theta 2. So for two angles of projection, theta 1 and theta 2, we are getting the same range if the value of theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degree, or theta 1 and theta 2 are complementary angle. Or as an example, we can write if theta 1 is 30 degree, then theta 2 should be equal to 60 degree, like that. So just write down this one. For two angles of projection, theta 1 and theta 2, for two angles of projection, theta 1 and theta 2, we will get the same range. We'll get the same range if theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degree. If theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degree.
So what you have written before theta is equal to 30.
As an example लिखा है अगर theta 1 30 डिग्री है तो theta 2 क्या होना चाहिए? 60 डिग्री होना चाहिए. ये दोनों में आपको because theta 1 plus theta 2 क्या है? 90 डिग्री है. So for two values of angle of projection, theta 1 and theta 2, range will have the same value if theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degree. On the next part, we'll discuss how to find out the value of velocity at any time. और इसका net velocity at any time कैसे find out कर? Finding velocity at any time. So इसका meaning है, assume that we are projecting an object from here with an initial velocity, let's say that is equal to u, and it is going through a path something like this. So let's say it is projected with a velocity u, and it is making an angle theta with respect to the horizontal. And we can resolve this one into two components. One is along the horizontal direction and the vertical direction. And question, they'll ask to find out what about the value of velocity of this projection, velocity of this particle after a time of t seconds. Let's say after a time of t seconds, particle reach a point somewhere over here. Particular point pe aa gaya. So we can write its velocity Let's say at this instant, its velocity is equal to v. And our aim is to find out what about the value of this velocity after a time of t seconds. So when time is equal to t seconds, velocity iska v ho gaya. So we can say that this net velocity is nothing but the vector sum of its horizontal velocity and vertical velocity. And we know that this horizontal velocity is not going to change. This will be always equal to nothing but u cos theta. So we can write this will be equal to u cos theta. But we know that the vertical velocity is going to change. Let's say the vertical velocity, initial vertical velocity was u sine theta. And over here, the velocity is changed to some value. Let's say that is equal to v or v dash. So if you are going for, or let's say along the y-axis, I'm just writing it as vy. So if you are going for vector sum of this horizontal velocity and vertical velocity, we'll get the net or resultant velocity. So we'll discuss how to find out in vector form or how to find out its magnitude. So we are doing only along horizontal and vertical separately. I'm just taking this horizontal as nothing but our x-axis and vertical as nothing but our y-axis. So you can write velocity along the x-axis or the component of velocity along x-axis. We can take it as that is not going to change, that is v cos theta, and velocity along y-axis will change with respect to time. So initial velocity along y-axis was u sine theta, and this we are writing only along y-axis. And our aim is to find out what about the value of final velocity along y-axis. Acceleration is nothing but acceleration due to gravity in downward direction, and time taken we are taking it as nothing but t. So we can find out the value of velocity along y-axis by using that equation v is equal to u plus at. So velocity along y-axis is equal to initial velocity along y-axis, that we can take it as u sine theta, minus acceleration along y-axis, that is g, into time t. So we'll get the value of velocity along y-axis u sine theta minus gt. So we can represent the entire velocity vector like this. This velocity vector is having a component along horizontal direction, that is u cos theta along I cap, and vertical direction it is having a component that is u sine theta minus gt along j cap. So this will be the net velocity vector. Or if you like to find out the magnitude of this velocity or speed of this particle, then we can go for its magnitude, that is under root of its x component square, that is u cos theta the whole square plus u sine theta minus gt the whole square. That will give the value of magnitude, and this will give the value of magnitude as well as direction, proper velocity vector. Got it? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Sir, can you
Around this?
explain this again?
Yeah.
Sir,
Bolo.
sir, when do you have to use the horizontal and when do you have to use the vertical?
Normally horizontal component पूछा है तो horizontal में करता है, vertical component find out करें तो vertical में करता है, अगर net पूछा है तो दोनों find out करना पड़ता है. अगर आपको net velocity पूछा है, so we need to find out the horizontal as well as vertical, वो दोनों को add करेगा तो net velocity मिलेगा.
Okay, sir.
In question, if they are asking only the horizontal component of velocity, then only horizontally करो, only vertical वो करो. अगर क्वेश्चन में वेलोसिटी पूछा है तो नेट वेलोसिटी का ही पूछ रहे, तो हॉरिजॉन्टल भी फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा, वर्टिकल भी फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा. Let's start on this one. I'll explain once again.
So can you scroll it down?
Yes. लिख दिया?
Yes.
Done, sir.
Yeah. So once again, we'll explain what is this. Like if an object is projected with a velocity u, it is moving through a path something like this. And
Can you
Rm is to
scroll up
find out
once?
Rm is to find out what about the value of its velocity at any time. So let's say after some time t, the particle velocity is represented by nothing but v. So basically this is having two components. One is the horizontal component and another one is the vertical component. So if you are going for addition of this horizontal component and vertical component, we'll get the net velocity or resultant velocity. So we can find out the component of velocities along horizontal direction. If this angle is theta, so this is going to be u cos theta, and along the vertical direction, this component is going to be u sine theta. So we can find out what about the component of velocities along horizontal and vertical after a time of t seconds. And horizontal component is moving with a constant velocity, so the velocity will not change. Component of velocity along x-axis is always will be equal to u cos theta. But along the vertical direction, initial velocity along vertical direction was u sine theta, and it is moving with an acceleration, that is acceleration due to gravity and downward direction. And Rm is to find out the value of velocity after a time of t seconds. So we can use that equation, v is equal to u plus at. So final velocity, we can take it as v is equal to initial velocity, that is u sine theta, minus acceleration due to gravity g and time t. This is velocity along y-axis. So we can represent the net velocity vector, that is velocity along x-axis plus velocity vector along y-axis. So we can write net velocity will be equal to u cos theta along I cap plus u sine theta minus gt along j cap. So this will give the value of net resultant vector, velocity vector having magnitude as well as direction. Now if you like to find out the magnitude of this one or speed of this particle, we'll go for under root of x component square plus y component square. That is u cos theta the whole square plus u sine theta minus gt the whole square. Got it?
Sir,
Any
thank
doubt?
you.
Now, same as like that, we can find out what about the value of total distance traveled by the particle. Total distance means like or display instantaneous displacement of particle in projectile motion. That means let's say particle is projected with an initial velocity, let's say it is represented by u, and it is making an angle theta with respect to the horizontal. And our aim is to find out, let's say after some times particle reach over here. So particle idhar tak aa gaya. So with respect to initial position, we can say that this one is the displacement of particle, which is from initial point to final point. So we'll discuss how to find out the value of this displacement. So here also we can find out what about the value of displacement only along the horizontal direction. So this is representing displacement along the horizontal direction, and this is representing displacement only along the vertical direction. So if you are going for displacement along horizontal plus displacement along vertical, we'll get the value of its net displacement. So let's say we are going to find out its displacement after a time of t seconds. So we are going to find out the displacement of particle displacement of particle with respect to time or after a time of t seconds. So here also we'll write the component along x-axis and y-axis. Along x-axis, the particle is moving with a constant velocity, and that velocity, we know that it is equal to u cos theta, and along y-axis it is moving with a constant acceleration and with an initial velocity u sin theta. So along x-axis, velocity is u cos theta. So we can find out the value of distance traveled, that is velocity into time, because velocity is constant. So displacement along x-axis is going to be u cos theta into time, that we can take it as t. Now we can find out the velocity of particle along y-axis. Initial velocity along y-axis was u sin theta, and acceleration along y-axis is nothing but minus g, because it is in downward direction, and time we are taking it as nothing but t. So we can find out what about the value of displacement along y-axis. So we can use that equation, s is equal to ut plus half a t square. So we can write displacement along y-axis will be equal to u sin theta into time minus half into g into t square. This will give the value of displacement along y-axis. Now we can write the net displacement, which is displacement along x-axis vector plus displacement along y-axis vector. So we can write net displacement will be equal to u cos theta into t along i cap plus u sin theta into t minus half into g into t square along j cap. So this will be the value of resultant displacement vector. Now if you like to find out only the magnitude of this displacement, then we can go for under root of x y component ka square plus x component ka square, that is u cos theta into t the whole square plus u sin theta into t minus half into g into t square the whole square. Basically हम लोग इसको वेक्टर में उसका वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करना है. Down this one.
Sir,
बरोबर.
sir, I have a doubt in homework question.
Yeah, we'll discuss it tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Sir, please keep a working class for level 3 homework.
Yeah, we'll discuss it tomorrow.
So,
बोलो बेटा.
can you give some questions based on today's topic to solve?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we'll continue next class. Thank you.
Wait.